When the emperor heard that I had suffered before my master brought me to the Star Palace, he specially gave the palace 2 cooks and 2 imperial doctors to nurse my health. Then came a long list of rewards. Gold, silver, jade, and pearls filled several boxes, while all kinds of fine silk filled 2 entire storage rooms. The emperor even assigned one of his personal shadow guards to me. Such heavy rewards were something even the emperor's favorite eldest prince had never received. At first, I didn't realize anything was wrong, until the emperor gave me a jade pendant. Lucy, seeing this jade pendant is like seeing me. In the palace, you don't need to bow to anyone. I vaguely felt something was off, but I couldn't figure out what. Then I remembered what my master had said. The wife of the Ye Kingdom's founding emperor was also a woman who carried the kingdom's fate. The founding emperor of Ye was known as Emperor Ye Guang. He was born a beggar in chaotic times, yet everything went smoothly for him, and he climbed all the way to the throne. He left behind many legendary stories. But Emperor Ye Guang's empress seemed extremely mysterious. Even storytellers in tea houses usually only mentioned her in passing. I tossed and turned in bed and didn't sleep well all night. Early the next morning, I ran to ask my master. Master, you said the founding emperor's empress was a woman who carried the kingdom's fate. His Majesty isn't thinking of taking me as his consort, is he? I thought to myself, please, absolutely not. The emperor was already in his 30s or 40s, and I was only 11 by traditional age. My master froze, then smiled and shook his head. Lucy, I know what you're worried about. Don't worry. His Majesty will not take you as his consort. I let out a huge sigh of relief, but then my master continued. If nothing goes wrong, the one who marries you in the future will be a prince. I asked, which prince? My master laughed happily and patted my head as he said, Lucy, whichever prince you choose will become the crown prince, and you will become the crown princess, then one day, the empress of Ye. You are already the most precious woman in this world. You deserve the very best of everything. I returned to my room with a heavy heart, just as a palace maid brought breakfast. When I picked up my chopsticks and was about to eat, a dark figure suddenly dropped down from the rafters. I jumped in fright. When I looked closely, it was the shadow guard the emperor had given me yesterday. Without saying a word, he took a pack of silver needles from his sleeve and tested every dish. Only after making sure the food wasn't poisoned did he speak in a slightly hoarse voice. Young mistress, please eat. I asked, why are you calling me young mistress? You are the heir to the Star Palace. Naturally, you are the young mistress. I nodded, then asked, what's your name? He knelt on one knee and lowered his proud head. Please grant me a name, young mistress. For some reason, a name came to mind, and I blurted out, then you'll be called Ethan. Ethan was still a teenager. He was only 2 years older than me, but his skills were terrifyingly good. He was just a bit cold by nature. According to Ethan, he was the best in his class at the Shadow Guard camp. I asked how good he was, and he said the others from his class were still grinding away in training, while he had already graduated and become an official Shadow Guard. I didn't fully get it, but it sounded impressive. Having such a powerful protector made me happy, and in private, I treated Ethan like a friend. Whenever I ate, I would call him out from the corner to eat with me. Under my non-stop begging, my master eventually allowed Ethan to listen in during my lessons. After all, Ethan would only ever have me as his master in this life. The more he learned, the better he could help me later. My master taught me reading and writing, music, chess, painting, the classics, astronomy, geography, medicine, and divination. I was born with a photographic memory, so I learned very fast. My talent as the girl who carried the kingdom's fate also slowly revealed itself. Just like my master said, I was the source of the kingdom's destiny. I could tell loyalty from betrayal, good from evil, and sense fortune or disaster. Even every blade of grass and every tree on this land seemed to favor me. Whatever I wished for somehow came true. As I grew older, the Ye Kingdom's fortune grew stronger. Every year brought good weather and rich harvests, and the emperor relied on me more and more. But being the girl who carried the kingdom's fate brought not only power and glory, but responsibility. My every move, whether a change in my body or a shift in my mood, affected the kingdom's destiny. To keep the nation's fate stable, I lived quietly and rarely went out. Other than studying with my master every day, I almost never stepped outside the Star Palace. Even so, by the time I came of age at 15, my reputation had spread far and wide. Everyone knew there was a girl named Lucy in the Star Palace who mastered astronomy, geography, music, chess, calligraphy, and painting. She had also inherited the state preceptor's best skills in divination and medicine. I had no powerful family behind me, but I had the state preceptor's backing. For a while, noble ladies hoping to find a good wife for their sons practically wore down the Star Palace doorstep. But I was meant to marry a prince, so those ladies were destined to leave disappointed.